Welcome to another educational video by my solo 401k Financial. Today we are going to discuss how to invest a solo 401k in real estate. Investing in real estate is one of the most common reasons that people set up accounts with us. So hopefully this presentation will be helpful to you as you invest your 401k money in real estate. Let's dive right in. There are 6 steps that we were going to go through in this presentation that describe how to invest your solo 401k money in real estate. So step 1, you of course want to open up a self-directed solo 401k plan. And it needs to be a plan that's going to allow you to invest in real estate. For example, you cannot go to Fidelity or Schwab or many of the other companies out there that offer solo 401k plans, because of course their plans don't allow you to invest in real estate. They want you to invest in one of their other products where they make money. So even though you can have the account for your solo 401k, your self-directed solo 401k at, say, one of these brokerage firms, you first need to go to a provider that's going to offer you a plan that allows for that type of investment. So instead of investing your money in, say, a mutual fund or equities, it's just going to hold a different type of investment. It's going to hold real property. So now we're going to dive in through, as we go through this presentation, into some of the details about how you get that done. So of course you're going to need to fund the solo 401k, because you're going to use that money to buy the property and pay for ongoing expenses. So there are different ways that you can get that plan funded. First of all, you got to adopt the plan, then you got to open an account in the name of the plan, and then you could fund it through various means. You could transfer money from, say, a pre-existing retirement account, like a former employer plan, or a non-Roth IRA. That could be a traditional IRA, a SEP IRA, a simple IRA. You could also be making contributions. So you could contribute, assuming that you've got the sum income to justify it, you can make a contribution to that solo 401k. And then you could use that to invest in real estate. From a timing perspective, the process to transfer the money or make the contribution generally is about 5 to 10 business days. The X factor is going to come in when you're talking about moving money from a pre-existing account, because those companies are going to go at their own pace, right? They're dealing with, hundreds, if not thousands of people that are trying to transfer their money. And so they're not in a big rush to just get that money out the door. They've got to go through their procedures. Usually the money's going to come over by check. So it takes time for the check to be mailed out. It takes time for the check to clear. That's where you can easily get into that 5 to 10 business day period before you actually have the cash that you can use to invest in real estate. So the next step here is you want to determine the property purchasing method. There's actually different ways that you can buy property inside of a solo 401k. We've identified 4, and we're going to touch on those here on this next slide. So one, of course, is your all-cash purchase. Another would be debt financing. The third would be buying through an LLC. And then lastly, we have tenancy in common. So we're going to go over the all-cash purchase with the rest of the time here on this presentation. But then in other presentations, we're going to come back to address the debt financing, the LLC, and the TIC method. Okay, so cash purchase is the most straightforward. You are buying the property as an all-cash deal. The money is all coming from the solo 401k to the title company, to the escrow company, to the seller, whatever the case may be. So mechanically speaking, you want to make sure that the title shows the name of the plan. So, for example, it could be Jane Doe, trustee of Chargers Rock Trust, whatever the name of the trust is. So remember that the solo 401k is really a separate entity or investor from you or from your business. You're not going to take money from your solo 401k and now title the property in your name or title the property in the name of your business. Even if you immediately assign it to the solo 401k, you really want that paper trail. It really needs to be in the name of the plan. So after you've got the contract in the name of the plan, so that the title gets put into the name of the plan, you are going to, in all likelihood, need to put down an earnest deposit. So remember that the solo 401k is this separate retirement trust, this separate, essentially legal entity. It's got its own separate tax ID number. That is the entity that's buying the property, that's buying the piece of real estate. So the money comes from the solo 401k account. It doesn't come from your personal account. It doesn't come from your business account. Okay, so then step 6 here, funding closing. So at closing, you are the trustee of the solo 401k. So you are going to sign the purchase documents on behalf of the solo 401k. Then you're going to probably wire money, or you could write a check from the solo 401k account to the title company or to the escrow company. So then at that point, of course, title is going to be transferred over to the plan. Usually the real estate agent is going to want documents. Minimally, they're going to want the trust agreement. So that's, of course, part of the documents that we provide as part of our establishment process. So we make it very easy for you to be able to comply and get that done. And, a lot of times our team's fielding questions from the title company that may not be familiar with the concept of a 401k buying real estate. So we can easily answer those questions and, help get the transaction accomplished. So after closing on the property, of course, you as the trustee of the plan, you want to keep those property documents safe. You're going to use solo 401k funds to pay for expenses and then any income. Let's say it's a rental property. Those rent checks are going to go back to the solo 401k bank or brokerage account. So the income and expenses goes in and out of the account. So that concludes today's presentation. Thank you so much for listening. Please like this presentation and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you so much.